Right. Now, let's see if it works. Looks like I've got voice. That's the main thing. Discord was tested earlier, so hello and welcome. As you can see, we've got only 2 players here, so shall we? What? Background. Oh, it is. That's okay. Ah. Back to the Spires of Xin-Shalast yet again. I think. I thought they'd finished the fight. We were mid-fight. We were mid-fight in the Heptaric Locus, so that's okay. Then we'll head back for that. Evening.
Afternoon.
An hour earlier than normal, I gather.
No, it's an hour later
So,
than normal.
Later, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 3:36.
Of course it is. Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Time zones. Get rid of time zones. Makes life easier. Right.
Yes. It's the week, but everybody doesn't know what time it is.
It is.
I know what time it is partly because you see he posted it up there under games. It actually, because my Discord is set to my time zone, gives it to me in my time.
That's why I posted it there. To be honest, that's why I put all the games there this week.
But the Fantasy Grounds calendar does the same thing for me. If I log in, that's set to my time zone, so it shows me things in my time.
I've had problems before where I've set up games on summertime or GMT, and then because the clocks change, people are turning up to a game an hour early or late because of that. So these days I don't post anything on Fantasy Grounds around until after the clocks change on the Fantasy Grounds. Maybe they fixed it, but it never used to work.
Well, and even if I hadn't known, on Sunday we are on the same differential, and the game Sunday started later, so it would be, the assumption would be, well, so would Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. Which actually
I still got here an hour before anybody else was like, how come? All right.
Oh, I've been around. I just, can't play the game on this channel anymore, so, I just kind of loiter.
I don't know why. It just won't let me fix. It won't let me uninstall it to reinstall it. That's the problem.
And the best advice I get is that you would have to kick it from your channel, but you have to be able to kick it.
Yeah. I can't kick it because it's not there anymore.
Can you kick it? No, you can't.
Have we? Oh, yes. So, yeah.
You were still in the middle of it.
I detect updates.
Yes, there were updates.
I didn't click on updates today, that's for sure.
Yeah, they've tweaked the dice, haven't they? Because they've moved the default location, haven't they?
I don't know, because obviously I've moved mine.
Aye,
yeah, that's still working.
That's the problem. I've moved everything, so now I need to move it again. So I move the dice and then move everything back.
Well, when you change, because when I log in, then I have to expand my tabletop to go across both screens, and as soon as I do that, any presets gets thrown out, and I have to redo it.
I've just remembered what I was going to do and haven't done.
Was it important?
It makes this battle a bit easier if I do it, so I might have to try and do it now. Well, continue talking amongst yourselves while I sort it out.
Pay no attention to the man behind the screen.
Very much so.
Not like we ever pay any. Never mind.
So anyway, in the news, apparently there's lots of updates to Savage Worlds. Get out to the store. Is that because I broke things? I don't know.
Well, isn't that because someone appears to be back for a bit? Hurrah!
Yes.
Yeah, I got an email from James today about one of my rules, or one of the conversions I did, needing the shotgun damage fixed. It's like, well, damn it, if we quit changing the damn stuff, I wouldn't have to.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, but for
Sorry.
the record, that there's basically always been one rule when it came to shotgun damage was do not do it as it's written in the book, because Fantasy Grounds doesn't like that. You do not do shotgun damage is not 1 to minus 3d6, because Fantasy Grounds will basically take it literally and go, okay, here's a 1, now roll 3d6 and take it away from the 1. The acceptable way to do it is to say up to 3d6. That seems to work.
Yeah, so
I got the email. I'm gonna have to go back in and figure out.
Yeah, I was going to say, somebody asked me to look, but Jimmy asked me to look at it because he didn't understand. Akil had gone in and made a change, and he had me look at it, and then I looked at it and I realised it was throwing except all the modules were throwing exception reports. And what had happened is people were putting it in as the end of the book, but then Smiteworks had changed something that if you so the module when you put 1 minus 3, what happens is it tries to do a D0, and it basically crashes. It crashes the script.
So basically, the point being is when if you had shotguns as 1 minus 3d6 before, it wouldn't crash, but it meant shotguns didn't work properly. But then Smiteworks changed something, and that caused a problem. Basically, right? I have fixed the issue. You should now be able to, if I share the map. You should now actually... Hang on. Have I fixed the issue? No. Bollocks. How am I going to do that? I haven't fixed the issue. Damn it. How am I going to do that? Because this is the problem of having of 2D maps with line of sight. I'm going to have to... How am I going to do this? I have to do something like annoying. Okay, because the problem is, you see, the way this map's done. The way this map's been done, you can't actually. The spectators can't actually watch the match. And more importantly, can't necessarily see things you're meant to see for this encounter, so I'm going to arbitrarily just have to make this wall a window, because I think that's the only way I can see. Oh, and I shouldn't have made them toggleable, which means I'll have to fix it all again later, but this will do for now. It later, so they're not. At least then you should be able to see where you're meant to be able to see, but at the same time still not just walk through walls that shouldn't be there. So I need to I made a mistake, so I'll have to delete this all and do it all again later. Yeah, because I should have made that all not toggleable. Bollocks. But anyway, I think you can see what I wanted you to see, i.e. the see what I get at.
There's a spectator stand, and people could be watching us.
Indeed, and I am annoyed, so I'm going to fix it again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the line of sight for now, because it really doesn't matter for today, and I'm going to fix it properly later, because this needs to go into the bloody tool. So I need to draw a line like so, and I can select the middle one, and then when I delete that, it will delete.
I thought it was a little odd that we were coming in about the middle of the map and everything was to the upper right from there. I figured there was something going on.
Yeah.
So now they can see why. Are you not entertained?
Exactly. So I'm just going to delete the lines of sight for now, because that makes life easier for me, and I will fix it properly for every other GM in the world later. Right, there we go. Right. Anyway, we shouldn't be having this one because we're in the middle of a battle, so we'll just get rid of the tickly on the way. Okay, so I seem to recall we were in the middle of the fight. One of those Scarlet Walker things has gone down. The other one has, and two portals opened and out stepped some skeletons with scorpion tails, I seem to recall.
That's about right.
Yes, that was it.
Okie dokie. Right. What am I going to do?
And there's a beetle bugger. There's a bugger up in the stands watching us.
Indeed.
Any of us taken time to notice that, though, since we've been kind of like bogged down here?
Exactly.
I think Svenka just noticed.
He basically he throws a spear at Svenka. it skewers her. He avoids it at the last second. The spear lands very close to the ground beside her. After a second, it vanishes and reappears in his hand. Chelsea, you're up.
It's one of them.
And I turn and see all this. Can I see him from where I am?
Yes, yeah. That's why I deleted all the line of sight, because you're supposed to be able to see the spectators when you're in the auditorium, aren't you? In the arena,
Then
I should say.
I'm gonna multi-action. Then I'm gonna pull out a random one.
Good to heal you.
Wow, you hit.
He's not going to like that.
Yeah, I just pissed him off, and I'm right here behind him. Go ahead and authorize my move.
Apparently, he's not going to authorize the move. You've teleported, but not teleported.
Oh, I did teleport.
I know.
Okay, so you teleport behind him, and then you bolt him, shaking him. Very well. What I was trying to do was this one. There is, I do believe. Yeah, there is, in fact, a map. Not a map. A graphic for this fight. That's who's basically up in the spectator area. It looks like that. A large sort of insectoid creature. Okay, the big
And Mauricio appears to be fighting using mortars as clubs. Mortar rounds as clubs.
She does indeed. That's very strange artwork, I have to say. Anyway, in the meantime, I am going to have this bone demon attack Bert. Missing. I'm going to have this bone demon striding purposely forwards, ignoring the animal. I dare not kill it. I dare not kill Amber. And attack the dwarf. Hitting. Doing full damage. I'm going to re-roll that. Taking the dwarf. Svenka is up next. I do believe it's going to be prudent.
I take it moved towards me.
It
Sorry,
must have done.
It did. Did I not accept its own move? I apologise. No wonder you were confused there. Okay, yeah, that's what we should have. We'll have a bit of bolt action. That hit doing.
Yeah, I find that having to accept NPC moves a bit troublesome.
Well, I don't have to. It's just I do it that way because that way I can count. That way I can make sure I'm not diggling the players by cheating. You know what I mean?
I mean, I just hold down. I hold down Alt to measure out, but it's just that you have to improve. You have to approve your own moves. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I just forgot to do it.
What? But I moved it, so why would I need to improve it? You know.
Arena is next.
There's no sound coming through from you, babe.
There's no sound.
They know that now, but they're trying to do something about it.
I mean, I could always put her on hold.
They're going to bolt it twice, and then they're going to sort the mic out.
Fair enough. Ooh. That's a hit with a raise.
That's another hit with a raise.
Was that meant to be damaged, that second hit with a raise, out of interest?
No, because they were bolting it twice, but it should have. You should have had multi-action on.
Is bolt a favoured power?
Bolt's a favoured power, so yeah.
Yeah, then there's nothing wrong with what's happened now. That's why I was just clarifying. Then roll that damage as a favoured action means you can cast bolt twice with no multi-action penalty.
What was that?
Your mic's working now, by the way. It is cutting in and out, though.
That mic picked up Tavis' mic. I'm being a lot loud.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, we're picking you up on, obviously, Tavis's mic. Okay, well, the second bolt doesn't do anything, and the first bolt doesn't do anything. Do you want to re-roll either of them?
They do.
Okay, so that's 22 points of damage all told, isn't it? Hang on, 15, 23, I can't add up. Ooh, there we go. It's already injured. Does it get to do anything really cool? It's got the blood sense thing, but you all made yourselves immune to it. No, I don't think it's worth worrying about. It's Mr. Lesser Reader wishes to move. Where's it's Mr. Rannick's go?
Okay, well, since it's me, I'll head over there. I will throw my snare up into the gods. Then pull a spear from my quiver.
Oh, damn it. I should put it one row higher.
Yes, I checked the range. I knew where I needed to move to. And then I'm going to... actually, no, I'll get my bow out and shoot him. So what type of creature is this Gamagin?
Well, why don't you tell me what you're hoping it might be and I'll see if it is or not.
Well, I'm hoping he's a monstrous humanoid, but I'm guessing he's probably an outsider.
He is not a monstrous humanoid.
And he's not likely to be undead or a humanoid.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And I'm pretty certain he's Pretty certain he's not a dragon either.
It's some weird aberration.
Yeah. So I've just got my sneak attack then. Where are we? Favored enemy or sneak attack. That's the one. Oh, so nearly a 6 on the other one. I think that'll do though.
Really cracking today.
So, are you bloody entertained?
Trying to work out why you. Trying to work out why you. He's got arcane resistance. Why do you think he's vulnerable?
So, is the question is the Bone Devil, summon Bone Devil, an evil, monstrous fiend? Multi-action. Oh no, what are we doing? We're going to multi-action wild attack. Summon the Bone Devil. But is it evil? Is a question.
Well, it does have the word devil in it.
Right. We'll go for a race then. See what
Saying,
happens.
is it an evil outsider? The answer is yes.
Right, I've hit it with a raise because I am smiting evil.
I'm not sure if you're still shaking.
Did he unshake?
No,
Well,
you didn't.
roll
You didn't
to it.
unshake. It did roll and you failed.
Oh
You
well,
didn't spend a penny.
there's a Benny. It's going to cost me a Benny to unshake.
It is. What happens when I'm distracted?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
who hit the GM with the spell?
Okay,
You know with Smite Evil, you can only re-roll misses. Same with the Ranger's favoured enemy, you can only re-roll misses.
Ooh, right, okay. So,
Is that a fancy grounds thing or a rule thing?
That's a rule thing.
Hmm.
Favoured enemy and Smite Evil, you only get to re-roll failed rolls.
Okay.
right, tell you what we'll do is we'll roll damage on it again because the raised damage is not switched on and it is merely shaken, right? So I have shaken it, I have not wounded it. However, it was a multi-action, so I'm going to hit it again.
It was a multi-action, so you most certainly can hit it again.
There you go. There's a hit with the raise.
I believe a paladin has such default dice.
So, two wounds, incapacitated, and then what I'm going to do.
In the eye of the beholder.
Sorry? Yeah, true, I suppose.
I said, is this a case of evil is in the eye of the beholder?
Quite possibly.
I think with beholders, they can see everything. Pretty much everything's in there, right?
But you're up.
Okay, let's start by chopping this thing here in front of me. It's still standing here, and I don't like that.
Ouch. Okay, well, that's that dead.
Yeah, that was a good one, but
Banished back to their plane of existence, we should say, shouldn't we, really?
Something like that, yeah. And then we will come over here. No, that's my turn. And then Snooks will come over here and rub up against Rannick, telling him he needs to do a better shot.
all right, I'll try harder.
Schnookums is
Oh, that's right. I
hurt.
forgot. Snooks was all chopped up.
I forgot Snooks is hurt, yeah.
Oh, poor Schnook. How badly hurt? He hurt.
2 wounds.
Poor thing. I'll have to do something about it. Terrible.
Bang. That's more like it. Hey, Granick, you're up.
All right then. So Snooks is rubbing up against me, telling me that I'm doing useless.
Yep.
So I best try and do better in that case. Let me find.
Run behind cover.
So I will go for a headshot in that case.
Good shot to the head.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't need to worry about cover. Go for it.
That'll do. And I think we'll re-roll that. Obviously not.
Oh, hang on.
Hmm?
I didn't notice that
Didn't notice what?
when you shot it last turn.
Didn't notice what?
But you were using that composite bow.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the wounds off and take my Benny back.
Oh, is he immune to cold, is he?
He is.
Well, in which case, if I'd noticed that, I probably wouldn't have shot him the second time, but then never mind. Nor would I have taken my weapon on it.
Point taken. I shall say for some reason your first shot affected him. That seems fair, doesn't it?
Okay.
You're using a potion of mage. Is that on Schnurks?
It was.
Aww.
And I spoke to him in cat first to say, here, drink this. It'll make you feel better.
Schnurks feels better. Dondrad.
Multi-action.
Not to make you all... I mean, you'll pass it anyway. I forgot to make you all take fear checks, but I don't...
So, yeah, multi-action. Is it an action?
It's what an action.
Moving.
No, free action.
Unless you're running.
No.
And even then, it's not an action.
Yeah, but nah, it's an action because we're using a device to move.
What are you doing? Unicycling?
Oh, he's using his cloak of the mountebank.
Use close off the mountebank, so the dwarf will teleport. That's for an action.
Flashing.
Thank you.
The cloak. You do mean the cloak? I take it you don't mean the cloak of the mountebank that was magically permanently drained of all magical capabilities.
No, he means the other one. Two.
No, that one we had two.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to check.
Yes. So we will teleport to there, and then for my second action, I think we'll just stab him. Stab him. Stab him. Stab him.
Stab him? Have you met stab him?
No, the funny thing is, the question is, he's not undead, is he?
He is not.
Right, okay, otherwise it does monstrous damage though.
But you can always detect evil on him if you want to see if he's evil.
That's an action.
True, it is an action. Or you could just use Smite Evil anyway, and then if you miss, Kev's got to tell you whether or not you get a reroll.
Well, let's Benny and Smite Evil. How about that?
I assume Smite Evil's a limited free action, is it?
It is, I believe.
It is. Well, it's hit with the raise anyway, so it's all academic.
Yeah.
That's not even a limited free action, it's just a free action.
Oh, cool.
Spooky, he is actually unharmed by that attack.
As an action, you can detect whether it's evil. As a free action, can choose an enemy. If that enemy... But yeah, you don't have to know they're evil. So that's just every time... Yeah, to be honest, mate, every time you attack someone, you should should just say Smite Evil. Because if you
No, you can use the ability once per rank per encounter. So, okay, at Legendary, you can use it 5 times an encounter.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't
Which
notice
let's face
that
it, in 5 rounds, everything's going to be dead anyway, so...
Well, no, once you've got Smite Evil on them, you can reroll all failed attacks for the remainder of the encounter. So you can do it on 5 different targets per encounter now.
Yeah.
Ooh, right, okay.
Yeah, you can Smite Evil 5 times in every encounter, basically.
Well, anyway, that's my turn over, and I've struck him, and he has managed to not take any damage, which is rather scary.
It is rather, yes.
Yeah, and Jalsa sees that, so she comes over here to these stairs like she's going to run away, but she turns around and draws another wand, because these wands are great.
Yeah, I think he was heading for the door. There's a door up here. I think he's trying to escape, so I thought I'd teleport and...
And that would lower his vigor to die type. And then I'm gonna finish like, I softened him up for you, Dondrad. You handle him.
The way you started that, it's like the stove is on. I'll be back.
Hey, I lowered his vigor to die type. That's the best we can do. But because that's a wand and not a spell, I'm not sure how to apply it, so you would have to do that.
That's absolutely fine.
And that would be just...
Yeah, I do need to have a chat with Chillhelm at some point. I want to see if I can swipe his Arcane Devices code and put it in and use it in the rule set, because it will make life so much easier. Right.
I'm just glancing at the feed in another window, and I just love how badly misspelled the subtitle.
What's badly misspelled? Did I badly misspell something?
Just things like Dondrad names.
Oh.
I assumed it was a computer trying to figure out what we were.
Okay. What am I doing? Thing? Oh, yeah. Okay, Bert, you're up. With it today. See what that's. Yeah, unimportant.
Okay, Bert is going to put away his fanged falchion, and he's going to whip out his charitable longbow and give this guy a shot.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I mean, you could just give Savenka to somebody as an allied extra.
Yeah, shake will work.
I could, but to be honest, she's not very. She's more about healing people and protecting people, and you don't need that at the moment.
That's all right. I was thinking about lightening your load as a GM.
Well, Arena just healed Snooks, so Snooks is now going to try and support her in her next action. Ooh, very well. You now have a +2, Arena.
All yours. And Arena got the Joker.
Yay! I do like. Not that I'm sure what to do with this one, so for right now, going to go on hold, which I don't seem to be able to do personally.
Put you in hell. There we go. It's Jill's
Thank you.
Sparkle Tip's turn.
Joseph pulls out a different bolt again because, well, she already lowered his vigor, so.
I can see a potential problem coming in a moment. Not with this encounter, just the aftermath of this encounter. I can see we're going to have a potential problem.
Oh no, I'm Benny-ing that one time. That's crappy damage. And then I'm going to duck even further away, going, no, you to handle it, Dondred.
Okie dokie, Radix up.
Okay, so Rannick wants to pull out his adamantine trident, slam it into the ground, and then lean it up against the corner of the wall there, so he can run up it to get up into the spectators area.
Cool.
Would that be an athletics roll for the movement?
Yep.
And then I'm going to want to carry on towards him if I get up the wall.
Just how high up is that, by the way?
Well, we'll see how well he rolls first.
Mm-hmm.
That's a success.
No, it wasn't, because I've got a phobia of statues, but that is 2 raises.
Okie dokie.
A big improvement.
124. One inch vertically, that's 2 yards. Sorry, 1 inch horizontally, 2 yards, or half an inch vertically as a free action. Double these numbers if you can run at least 4 yards prior. If your hero chooses, make an athletics roll as an action to increase horizontal distance by 1 inch, 2 inches with a raise, or half that vertically. So you get to go a total 3 inches vertically, which basically puts you in there.
Do I have any movement left after that?
You certainly do.
How much have I got left then?
Well, logically, you use 2 inches to run up, so you've got your movement minus 2 inches.
So that's 4 more inches. So I'm going to clamber over that lot there.
No, you're not. There's a wall there.
That's a wall, is it?
It is. You can see through it because it needed to be. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem. So what you've done is you've jumped into a standing area above the entrance, but you haven't got to the VIP bit because that's even higher up. And I'm afraid to say it's considerably higher up. But you've got into you've got because obviously that was how you came in through there. So you've got to that above it, as it were. I'm afraid to say.
In which case, I'll go that way towards those stairs. Oh, that goes. Does that go down onto the sands?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well, I'll take the rest of my movement to there and probably run at that point. Well, let's go 2 more, see what I can see after that.
That is a set of stairs that is a set of stairs going down and underneath, as it were.
Ah, right, okay.
No, but underneath, so there must be some way up, is what I'm saying. Somewhere.
Right. Well, I've got 1 more inch of movement, so I'll carry on underneath then.
Okay. I'll work that out in a minute because there is no absolutely. What I find really fascinating is there isn't. Hang on. Hang on. Interesting. Actually, I'll take that back. You get to there. Sorry, I hadn't noticed something, so I'm going to slightly retcon that. You get to there, and you still got 3 inches of movement. You look down and you realise that's probably going the wrong way.
Right. Okay. Then I'll
Yeah.
then I'll do that. I'll try the other side, but I'm guessing the other side's going to be exactly the same. But we'll see.
Funny enough, it isn't, and that's why I've noticed the other side does have a door.
Right. Okay.
But there's no description of how the layout works. But having looked at what I've seen here, I think I know how I'm going to deal with it. If that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, unfortunately, I would have let you sort of go through the tunnels and come up somewhere, but I've just noticed there is a door on the other side, so that means that's how you're supposed to do it. And once you get there, you'll see how you're supposed to get out of the sand as well, you see. But I liked your adventurous bit, so that's why I decided to let you get to there. It's just unfortunate that you went the wrong way.
It didn't help. Never mind.
I don't mind it being after Bert, but I did request interrupt.
You didn't. You did indeed. Did indeed. It's just Bert obviously just decided to push on ahead.
It's fine.
Well, I mean, you guys
fine.
were talking about Rannick running around, and I'm trying to save a little bit of time, so I will shoot him again for another wound.
Okie dokie. That's Are you just using your arcane arrows, as it were?
Yeah.
No, non-magical, not
Non-special.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, not non-magical, just no special imbuing other than the innate magicalness of the bow to begin with. Okie dokie.
Vanilla.
Indeed, Arena, you are up.
Thank you. I wish to be a bird. A giant bird.
A giant bird? What, a rock?
Yeah, rock should do. A rock's strong enough to pick up Rannick, right?
He's possibly in a covered area by now. Potentially.
Well, the plan was to fly up, pick up Rannick, and then carry him and drop him next to Gamgin or whatever he's called. If that's not possible, could you re-describe things a little?
It doesn't. Yeah, it seems reasonable. I'm not going to say you can't do it because there's no description of the bloody area and what's covered or not. And if I think back to Roman times, it was all exposed to the air, wasn't it? So I don't see there's any problem.
Yeah.
Given that rocks can pick up elephants, I think that would be fun. A rock.
I'm hoping he weighs less than an elephant.
A rock is size 8. Is that too big?
Nothing's too big anymore. I'm that powerful. It'll just cost me a lot of power points.
A rock is size 8. It's 30 feet in length with an 80-foot wingspan and weighs 8,000 pounds.
Wow!
Yeah, they truly rock.
Oh!
Rannick, I will rock you. I'm gonna pick you up, drop you off.
You rock my world.
Okie dokie. So,
Okay, don't get in a flap about
Well,
okay, right, fine. There you go. Everyone has one. Although Bert had already got one, so I'm taking his off because I'd already given him one and everyone else had earned one. So,
Yeah, I started it. That means I should get the bonus.
oh, go on then. I'm nice like that. Why is your smarts reduced?
There you
Who?
go.
3. Have I got
Yeah.
reduced smart?
That happened when Irina critically failed casting
Oh,
a
yeah.
wish.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes,
said
yes.
That was going to be that way until you told me otherwise.
Good point, yes. Well, for all intents and purposes, I'm treating... Yeah, sorry, I had to think about that one, and then I forgot about it. For all intents and purposes, I'm going to say it's basically like you managed to energy drain yourself because that was a miscast wish, wasn't it?
In which
Yeah.
case, they recover at 1 die type per 24 hours anyway, and it's been
Yes.
way more than that since it was cast.
Energy drain recovers naturally, does it? Oh, this
Energy
is
drain
magical.
This
is magical energy drain. It needs.
All energy drain's magical.
I'm joking. Right.
Yeah, it recovers naturally once 24 hours of. I think it's 24 hours of rest actually.
Yeah. Okay. 24 hours of rest. That is different for the record.
It is, yeah.
So that's why you need a restoration spell. Otherwise. Okay. Well, there you are. How's that for I think, does that make you look big enough? Do you think?
I think it does, yes.
No, that does not make your butt look big.
No, actually, it
Alright,
doesn't require rest. It's just unless slain, a victim recovers 1 die type every 24 hours, or if given respite with the restoration modifier of relief.
So, do I have it back then?
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you.
You didn't get the raise on that. I don't know what's going on, but it's not letting
Unless
me
that
accept your
dice
movement.
type was recovered. But yeah.
It's not
not
letting me
letting-
accept those.
I bet I know what it is.
I
Because
changed
you
your token.
transformed
I
me.
changed your token after you done the move, and I should have accepted the move
Try
first.
now.
You were quite of course. Also, you're hitting a wall. That's what's happening there.
There we are.
There we go.
I
Okie
can still
dokie.
see that 4 and 11 on the screen. How bizarre.
Yeah, that'll only go if you close the
Close the
map
window and open
again.
it up again. Yeah.
Okay.
I knew there was a way to do it.
He vanishes.
Well, Snookums was
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, Judge, you're up.
Well, Snookums was going to assist Arena again, but she flew off. So Snooks is going to assist Bert.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do
I am going
extensive.
to
Now, Don Drake,
multi-action.
no.
I'm gonna have to
Multi-action.
extensively reline of sight.
Multi-action. Did he actually just turn it? I'm going to use I'm going to detect magic.
He literally sort of. He literally basically what happened was he stepped backwards and vanished.
Rude.
So he teleported out. Probably. It can't be on the balcony, and he can't.
Well, he did it while he was shaken. So whatever it was, he can do it as a free action.
Maybe it was an item or a scroll.
Yeah.
Or...
Unless the GM spends a penny. No.
Also possible. Like that one.
Right.
Which does remind me actually. First things first. Let's at the start of his turn. I get to do that. Okay. And then I get to do that. Which means it's down to minus 1d. Okay. There we go.
Dondrad is running then. I don't think I can get the door open. The bird's in the way.
Bird's probably
is just-
hovering.
Yeah, but it's still stopping me clicking the door. Open the door.
There you go.
Is the door open? Is the door open? Open. Is it going to let me get in there?
You're hitting the wall. You're trying to do diagonal shortcuts through walls.
So I don't know if he teleported long, short, whatever. I've got a thing about teleports. You know what I mean? It's just an issue with me because I can't do it.
Oh.
So I went silent. Can we move into there?
You can. I was sorry. I was just reading something.
Oh, bugger!
What? Ravenka. Yep, too.
He's in control of her.
Dondrad.
You put you. Oh, right, you gave it to me. Why'd you give it to me?
You volunteered.
I never volunteered. I merely suggested it.
You volunteered.
I
Give it to
think
someone
what
else
she'll
if you
do
want.
is she will attempt to climb up the wall onto the balcony.
Okay, she's climbing up the wall.
Getting a raise. And then she goes, how am I supposed to get up there? Rannick. And do you believe it or not, I can't actually end my turn because the button's not there. Ooh, that's interesting.
That's absolutely fine. Probably because she's... Oh, Rannick gets the Joker!
That might be a bug.
That's because while you're controlling her, she's not acting on your card. Is she on your allies sheet?
Don't worry about it. I can end the turn.
Right. Well, I will chase Dondrad out the door.
I forgot this is a giant-sized auditorium. What technically should have happened, Rannick, was when you jumped, you should have just basically splatted into that wall.
Ah.
3 inches. He went 9 feet up. So
Yeah, the building's 500. The top row of the top row of the auditorium is hundreds of feet above the arena.
doesn't mean the arena is real deep.
Yeah.
It's 500. Yeah, it is. I read the description. No, the arena's not deep. It's the height from the ground to the. Hang on. Look, I take it back. Hang on. Basically, yeah, you can't clear that. It's 4 inch. I'll be reasonable. It's 4 inches up, vertically upwards, which is why Sabenka's still climbing. She's only halfway up. Technically, you should have. I would have let you have that. What I should have done is have you sort of, because of your height, grab onto the very tips of the wall, and that should have been your move. But it's my mistake.
I did run up my adamantine spear, which is that's reach 2.
And he got 3 raises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was being cool.
I'll let you off. Don't worry about it.
All right. Where'd the go then, Stunty?
Well, I ran through here thinking he might have been teleported, and I can't. Now we're in this big long corridor, and I can't see him. So I'm like, bugger. That was my.
Right.
That was.
I'll go this way. You go that.
Yes. So Savenka, if it would be better if she was on the party sheet and then she was on the character sheet as an allied extra, and then it might work.
Well, that's only because. Well, she's not. She can't be on the party sheet. She's an NPC. She's not a player.
Yeah, you can put NPCs on party sheets.
You can do, yeah.
And then whilst they're in the party sheet, people can share her around. People can drag it from the party sheet to the character sheet and put them back and give it to somebody else.
I cannot add it to the party sheet.
On the other tab, with the party allies, like the Auroch that's already there.
There you go.
And then she can go. Then she goes from. I can then move her from the party sheet into allied extras, and she disappears from the party sheet, and it comes in chat. Look, the chat message updates, and it means I can control her now, and I can pass her over to somebody else if I need to.
Okay, Bert, you're up.
Okay, Bert is going to reach into his pouch and tap himself in the middle of the forehead with a wand.
Cheating on my part because I've just changed. Go for it.
Let's go ahead and Benny that. There we go. Trying to get my screens to behave here so I can put the, there we go. Bink. Oh, I forgot to put my multi-action on. Dang it.
That's okay. You rolled a 5 on your detector. I'll let you turn it on because I'm nice like that.
Okay. And then I'm going to shapeshift.
I turned into a giant bird at the wrong moment, didn't I? I turned into a giant bird just as the chase goes down tiny corridors.
Yep.
Oh well.
And with my +1 from Snookums, that is a success.
We have to spend hours redoing this map. Pressing.
I wonder if there are any Rouse around here that I can.
And Bert changes it into a gargoyle, who will then pick up Snookums and carry him up to the stairs.
Ooh.
Done it again, haven't I?
I don't know. What have you
Yeah,
done?
I forgot to. I
The
failed
movement thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my mistake.
No, my fault. I should have paid attention. Either way, Snooks is going to take off up the stairs.
Snooks is going to get stuck on that bloody corner there, but there we go.
And let's go ahead and run.
Full fairness to Snooks, I put him inside the wall, I think.
So that Snooks can get out there into the hall with everybody else. Meow.
Chelsea's gonna run. She saw the guys go through the door, so.
Okie dokie. Everyone's hitting the bloody walls on this map. It's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible map. It's too small. I might have to make the grid smaller. Hang on, is Snap to Grid turned on? That's the problem, isn't it?
That would bollocks things up.
Should
And I still
be.
got a couple more, so.
No,
So there's
Grid Snap is not on.
So
Have to
I
look
should
at
be
this
able
map.
to get. I should be able to get right here, just past.
Bloody old one, it's spent hours redoing it. Okie dokie. Dawn of the Dread.
Dawn of the Dread. Well, I mean, where did he go? Where did he go?
I was going to say, before we get too far along, does my Detect Arcana sense him anywhere within line of sight down here?
No.
Didn't think so, but had to ask.
Maybe it loops back.
I'm going to have to... I really don't know how... This map is horrible. The more I think about it, I don't know how you could do it. Do you know what I mean? The whole nature of this map, it has to be done. You can only do it in 3D, and Fantasy Grounds doesn't do 3D line of sight. Because you know what I mean. You got layers. I don't know how you could actually make this map work. You're almost better off. I don't know. Because you think, you know, there's sort of where you are now is even higher up than where you were before.
But it's just essentially what it is it's a giant pit inside a pit inside a pit, isn't it?
I know, but you can't. But you can't do that. Well, unless you start drawing terrain squares, and then the whole map's nothing but green blobs, which as a GM is a nightmare.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's a horrible map. It's a cool idea of a map, but it's a horrible map to use in Fantasy Grounds. In a funny way, you're better off without line of sight on this map. You know what I mean?
Get rid then.
Switch it off then. Savenka. So Savenka, who is not an action card, and I don't know if this is entirely going to be correct. Is climbing up. It's still climbing up a wall, is she not?
She needs a total of 4 successes. 4 successes, and she's already got 2, so she's halfway up the wall.
Thought she could fly.
No, she's a water nymph thingy.
No, she's a water nymph. And she's also got some. She also got some fantastic hidden abilities that quite frankly could have changed this combat quite significantly.
Really?
Yes. Well, she fails that. I think I need help from the bard, she says.
But for all, well, she's halfway up. As far as I know, she has no abilities that would help in this fight.
Yeah, but she could have, because he was observing the Colosseum. So what she could have done is she could have ran into the middle of the Colosseum and go, "Hello there, gorgeous. How are you?" And he'd have been, "Oh, she's really beautiful," and gone blind.
I'm not sure bugs think that.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm going to.
He's a humanoid.
He's not humanoid.
Is he?
He's not.
Well, there you go. That's something to remember. Yeah, humanoid staring at her can go blind.
I think it's time to kill Savenka. She's annoying me. Actually, no, I've got an even nastier idea. What's the range? Yeah. Okay, that's possible. Yeah, that's perfectly possible. There. Okay.
And another thing, if you take her off the combat tracker and then you use the button on the combat tracker to add allied extras, it puts it on the character, puts it on the same initiative card as a controlling player as well.
Well, yeah, but she's a wild card, so she gets her own. She gets her own initiative.
Right. Okay.
She gets her own initiative because technically she's a wild card. You're not supposed to give wild cards to players, are you? Strictly speaking.
It's the only way I can see getting the button on the combat tracker.
That's okay.
Sorry, I'm debugging. I'm debugging as I'm going along.
That's absolutely fine. Yeah, that's fine. That as well. Okay, and that would be the 5 PowerPoints. Okay, which point I shall take control of Savenka back.
Excellent.
Arena, your turn.
Well, I'm going to be flying back here because I was intending to anyway. Can I tell that she's changed in any way?
Nope.
Okay, then I'll pick her up in one claw and Amber up in the other.
Okie dokie.
And then I'm going to screech very loudly and turn around. Oops. There's definitely a way to make my image turn around. Not that.
That's the one.
And I'm going to go all beaky at him.
If you're going all beaky, does that mean he has to go all hissing Sid?
I think that's that comment whistling way over my head.
Carrot.
Go.
I don't even know if that's remotely the right stats for it, but I'm going for. Did I just do damage? Attack.
Just you attacked him. You got a 5 and missed.
I think I might have anything.
That time you got a 4 and missed.
Never mind. I'll leave it at that. But the call was to try and get the attention of the others. Would it have been loud enough for them to hear?
Oh,
where
they would have heard it. Whether they understand it's another matter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
rock is plenty loud enough. Yeah.
That's all right.
Anyone who's got speak with animal will have understood it.
Only if they have it working at the time.
Well, yeah, you know. I thought it was an innate ability for some.
I'll just assume you either want us or you're trying to lay an egg. I don't. But there you go.
Right. Let's get this fight over with. To be honest, he ain't. Yeah. Ranik, you're up. Whatever I clicked on didn't do anything. Yeah. Okay, I'm suddenly. That's one that I definitely missed when I missed. Practice on top of the pops. I'm going to put you on hold if you don't act in a second, sir. Stop sending me links to.
Sorry.
Oh, Jimmy Monka has appeared. You know what he said, don't you?
Yay!
Yes, and Jimmy Monka has just dropped Savage Super's Companion, by the way, in the shop. Go and buy it now because it's really good.
I've hit the wall.
I know these doors are too small,
Aren't they? Yeah, when Arena shrieks, I will run back again. What's that, Arena? Bad guy, Arena.
That was all echoey.
It was.
Sorry.
He said, "What's the matter, Reedy? Bad guys falling down the well, basically." I know that's not what you said, but that's the basic thing of it.
Yeah.
I'm only deadly over short distances.
Run back. Conrad gets 11 inches. He won't get through that blimmin' door. I'm definitely going to have to redo this map. It's quite scary.
Ranik, the bird, get the bird.
It's what you can't see is all the blood. You can't see all the seats up here from the arena. It's a horrible map to try and work out what I need to make see through and what I need to sort of not make see through. I don't know how to do it.
Mm.
Don't drink from the bottle labeled "drink me" so you can get through the door.
Bert's up. Bert the gargoyle is up. Down.
Bad guys behind the pillar, I will say out in common Dranic.
Ooh, gargoyles can speak common, can they?
Yes, they can.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Useful.
No running while flying, so I will come over here towards Arena, and I will use survival to try and help point out locations on this thing to attack it, to make it
Go
easier
for the
for her to
squishy
kill this
bits.
thing.
Good.
Go for the eyes! Go for the eyes! Snooks is going to turn around, come into the doorway, glare at me, and then come down here and sit.
Or rather, what he's actually going to do is hit the wall.
Yeah, he likes running into walls. Walls are fun.
I'm going to have another rejig of this.
Okay, Jelson's gonna go, damn it, I wish they'd stay in one place. And she's gonna come out here to see where everybody went.
Oh, look, Jels got through the wall, no problem at all.
Well, she's a lot smaller.
Aye.
Indeed.
And let's see, tell me when I hit my 7. I'm gonna plop my ass right here and go, oh, this is a good spot to watch the show. I see why they have these seats.
Righty ho. So I am. Have you picked up?
I have, in one claw and her in the other.
Okie dokie. In that case, I'm just going to hit you with a burst. And that is... I suppose, yeah, it does count as a close combat, doesn't it? So let's try that again. Hang on. But before I do that, what I really should have done at the start of my turn was I should have, first things first, should have done that. Because that would then make life easier. That then means it was a 5, so it still fails. That's okay. I get to make a spirit check. Which means that gets rid of that. Okay. That means it's your go, Arena.
Okay, try and go for that soft squishy bit you mentioned. I am going. Really?
Wild attack. Here we go.
And I forgot to put the plus on. How much did he give me as a bonus?
2 points.
Would a 9 have been anything better than that?
You turned on wild attack because I saw it come on.
Yeah, but the bonus for him saying go for the squishy bits, they're right there. He gave me a cooperative roll.
Did he? I wasn't paying attention. Did you get a raise or... Yes, you did. You did. So, yeah, that's a hit. Roll for damage. All right. Why?
Sorry.
I'm finding... don't get me wrong. I'm not bored or not enjoying the game, but my focus is just a bit off today, and I don't know why.
I often have days like
That's a wound. That's really annoying. Okay, that's a wound.
From my point of view, that's really good.
Right. Okay, here we go. So that's a -2 to resist, which I'm afraid she fails. I'm afraid to say. So this could be unpleasant. I'm afraid Savenka attacks you, Irina.
I
Well,
thought she...
For the record, she did try to resist it. But I'm afraid she failed. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to reflexively drop her and shake the claw. Because I'm assuming she's attacked the foot she was in.
Yeah. Well, when I say sort of attacks you, she literally just reaches out a hand and touches you, which of course
Yeah,
does.
so it's going to be my left foot.
Yeah, which just makes you feel. It just basically makes you feel cold. Obviously, being a big, tough, and strong rock, it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, Bert got the Joker. My
It won't let
word,
me
you
drop
have.
her, though.
Yeah, you drop her. No problem at all.
We do have a lot of jokers.
You're getting an awful lot of jokers today, and you've got a ridiculous amount of bennies, so go wild. You make the most of them.
Okay, Bert is going to fly over all of this mess and dive at gambling.
I should point out, Bert, as you fly over all this mess, you can see that's a flight of stairs leading from the elevated section down to the arena.
Okay, I will call out, stairs are there, and point that direction as I make my dive.
It won't be in the old days. Dive away, sir. Dive away. Very interesting graphic on Dark Vision.
Oh, this is supposed to be a wild attack. Not that it would have mattered.
I to be honest, mate, I just take advantage of the fact you hit without the. Well, I suppose you might want the +2 damage, mightn't you? Would make you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was shooting for.
Yeah, point taken.
Shred this guy.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah, that was kind of crappy roll. Let's roll that again.
Yes, you got 7 bennies after all. That's looking more like it.
That's definitely better.
That's 2 wounds. Yeah. Splat. Hurrah!
That should undo the puppet power.
Technically, it doesn't in Savage Worlds. There's nothing that says that when you die, the magic goes away. If that makes sense, because you pop spells on someone, and they don't need to maintain them; they just happen. But I'm not disagreeing because I can't be bothered to have you fighting her.
Also, what would she be doing if the person who's controlling her wasn't there?
Well, she was obviously told to fight back, and therefore she would carry on fighting. But anyway, in the meantime, I shall unlock the tokens.
I am going to fly a circuit. Please have a look. Wait.
Yeah. Obviously, it's considerably bigger than the map is, because the map. Let me turn the line off. Really
Oh, so that's what it looks like.
Yeah, you see what I mean about how the heck am I going to... Because this whole section here logically shouldn't be walls, because that's the viewing area. But then you start getting to... How do you differentiate that this area here is lower than this area? You see what I mean? It's a nightmare. I think the only way to do it is to actually use the window effect, but with the toggles, so they become see-through walls, don't they? I think that's the only way you can do this map. Make it mostly see-through walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the question becomes, how much of that is actually like lower walls abutments, and how much of that is real wall type walls?
Exactly, because obviously those are not wall type walls; they're just lower wall abutments, aren't they? And same with that one. So it's but then you see, I mean, what the hell is this area?
Yeah, what's that area? And this door right here, is that in a wall, or is that like a half door? I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, this is the thing. So logically, you come up these steps, you go through this door, and then why is this bit of the floor a different colour to this bit of the floor?
Yeah.
Looks like
all I can think of is this area is lower than this area, and this is like a raised viewing platform. Is all I can think of. It's
Are
just
these things pits?
They must be pits, mustn't they? They must be pits. because they don't block line of sight.
And also that private viewing area, that box there, the only doors in and out of there,
Yeah,
and this corridor at the back,
yeah.
there's no way to get to it from anywhere.
Well, there is, but obviously because you only got one section of the whole huge
I
Colosseum.
assume. Yeah, I'm assuming that this would be
It's just-
a symmetrical shape.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get back to the adventure, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you got the bugger then? Ooh.
Apart from the gates.
And Jalsa walks down casually, clapping, going, "Great show, guys."
Yeah, can I add that spear to my collection?
You're going to look like a porcupine bristling with all them spears.
No, they all go in this magic quiver.
You got a quiver big enough to hold spears?
Aye, it's magic.
That quiver will hold all kinds of weird things. Yeah.
Okay, so
All I really need is arrows, so I didn't need the whole magic.
okay, this is where
I'll be human. Sorry, I'll be a half elf again.
this is
now.
where the whole
think that will
adventure
work.
is going to completely fall apart.
So has he got a magic spear?
He has upon him 2 magic items: a ring and a spear.
If you don't mind, I'll have a spear because, spears are my thing.
Yes, that spear is going to come back when you throw it, so be careful with it.
Well, I'd noticed that when he chucked it before it went back, but it didn't go back and hit him, which sounds like a good idea to me, having one that'll come back.
Can we figure out why it's coming back?
Well, because of magic.
Magic.
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll talk about it when we're not upstairs with statues.
Oh, for crying out loud.
It's a cursed.
Arena.
It's a
I
cursed
think it's
spear of the
been made in
Arena,
Australia,
Arena, this spear is cursed for humanoids. It only works for outsiders.
There you go. It's outsider only. Can't use it.
Don't be soft. It's clearly got some kind of magic that causes it to return to the person that's thrown it. You see, it's slightly more accurate than a normal spear because it's enchanted to target things correctly, and then when you chuck it, it comes back.
Oh, what you mean? It's like a what you mean, like a recurring spear.
Yeah, but everything. Arena, as far as you can tell, everything he said is absolutely right. However, there is a curse laying upon. It is a spear of it's a spear from one of the planes of hell, and therefore not something humans should wield.
It might be dangerous for you to wield it. I mean, yes, it comes back, but if you've not got the outsider in you, it might come back and hit you in the heart. You don't want.
Yeah. If you're a demon, it might come back and do strange and nasty things to you when it comes back.
So anyway,
Well, I'm not a demon, so bollocks to that, says Rannick and picks it up.
but I have spent a penny to have a look at it.
That's
Shall
the
we
ring.
detect evil on it?
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best way to deal with critical fails on detect magic rolls. It's like, yeah, it's cursed. The only problem is I should really make you drop them on the tower, shouldn't I? Because then you don't know it's gone wrong. But anyway, I trust you guys to role play it. Anyway, the ring. Well, the otherwise plain ring is adorned with a Sihedron rune. However, basically, the ring grants minor deflection to melee attacks.
Ew.
I will let the group know.
Also, as an action, the wearer can use the ring to change the appearance of clothing armor into any other kind of clothing or armor. The actual clothing and armor worn retain the properties, including rate. When glamoured, Detect Arcana reveals the aura around the clothing, but not the look of the clothing. Wow.
Yeah, that's fancy.
That's a bit of a powerful item. What I didn't do is put the bloody effects in it, did I? Need to fix that. should have attack -2 on it. Next on this bloody adventure. You can tell, I think by this point I was... I must have been doing this section late at night based on how many mistakes I'm finding. It's shocking. Doing the magic items on the fantasy companion right now. I'm losing the will to live.
There's an awful lot of them, aren't there?
We're trying to work out how to
So
do it.
unless anybody objects, I'm going to take the ring and throw it as hard as I possibly can over my shoulder.
Yeah, hang on.
No if buts, Mary's just going to.
Bird will watch where it lands and go and pick it up.
Yeah, I want to throw the ring away as hard as I can.
And this is where the whole
So the ring is actually the ring is cursed.
Okay, right. This is I can't. Yeah, I don't want to control your role playing or any of that. But and this is an issue I have with. There's a few issues I have with this adventure, and this is one of them. If you throw the ring away, you cannot complete the adventure.
Dun, dun,
Which is
dun.
why I wasn't going to say anything to Dondrad. I was just going to go over and pick it up.
No. I know, and I'm just. I don't want to have to sort of be that blatant about it, but it is. Given I know how Dondrad is role playing,
But it is that blatant about it, yeah.
Yeah. So I have to be blatant, but I trust you guys to role play the fact that you know what Dondrad's like. And I don't have a problem with Dondrad throwing the ring away because that's what Dondrad will do because he set it up as part of his character, and that's perfectly fine. The only issue I have is you will get all the way towards the end of the dungeon and then find out you can't go any further because you threw all the rings away.
But Bert had already specified before he brought any of that up that once he saw where Dondrad threw it, he'd go pick it up.
Yeah,
true.
I know, and that's not a problem. But
What he's saying is that he hates the fact that we want to role play and the game doesn't want us to.
Yes, that's exactly my problem.
I mean, by all means, I will chuck the ring, but Bert will certainly, by his animal powers, will certainly be able to recover the ring rather easily. And we could turn it into some old bird and go after it.
Yeah, no.
A magpie.
Bert's spot on. It's not me. It's me complaining about the fact that you can't. Do you know what I mean? All the way through the adventure, the whole thing's been telling you that the Sihedrons is the symbols of power and everything else. And because of a mistake in one of the early adventures of it, where I gave you the wrong version of one of the icons that explains what happens when you wear those really cool medallions that give you bennies. So that's why Dondrad's throwing them all away. But that's not the point. All through, you've found out this is a symbol of the bad guys, and now you're expected to carry him around so you can finish the adventure. It winds me up. Rant over. Let's get on.
It's just
just for the record, because Josa wasn't going to let him throw it away either, but she had intended to use her telekinesis to catch it. Can she do that?
You can. All of you could continue what you're doing. It was me just having a little rant to. Fortunately, you'd already pointed it out, but at the same time, what I'm trying to say here is when you find them, you probably need to hold on to them. But by all means, enjoy how you go about it. Is all I'm going to say. Do you know what I mean? So with Dondrad throwing them away. So yeah, Bert's going to watch where you go. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, Josa's going to use the telekinesis to force it to drop. Where it won't go far.
Look, just let Stunty have his moment. I reckon this is like when we had to have the wasp name on us to get past the things that were attacking us. Except when I had that drone on me, so I reckon we'll probably need these to get up into that face. Not that I want to get up into that face because that nostril's really big. It's looking at me funny. But anyway, just don't tell Stunty, right?
Okay, well then Stunty don't see that when he tosses that ring.
Yeah, Dondrad did say he was going to throw it over his shoulder so he couldn't see it. So what he doesn't see is he throws it over his shoulder, and you, Jelsa, you literally pluck it out of the air with telekinesis, and it lands in the palm of your hand, and you pocket it before he turns round.
And here, right, a bit later, maybe if we get some more. He likes it when you comb his beard and stuff because maybe what you can do is you can comb his beard and you can put it on his beard.
Shut up, Brannick. Getting a
What?
bone.
I think it's a great idea. You could put it on his beard. And
Brannick, you aren't famous for great ideas. Just shut
he
up.
never looks at his beard, so he won't know.
If I wove that into his beard, he'd probably murder me, despite the fact that I've been nothing but a friend. So, no, Rannick, I've got it. If you want to carry it, fine. If you guys think I'm too flimsy and weak to carry something like this, fine. But
No, it's probably a good idea if you put it on, because if it makes people not able to hit you with stuff, because like it protects you and all, stick the bugger on if you've got a spare finger. I mean, you have got spare fingers, haven't you? I mean, you got the same number as everybody else, obviously, but I don't know if you can wear any more rings.
I don't think I think I have a ring of protection, and that's about it as far as rings go.
Well, stick that on your other hand then.
Let me look. Yeah, she doesn't usually collect. Oh, she's got the ring of the ram and the ring of minor protection.
See, you've got that ring, and I've got this bit here. Watch this. Whee!
So, did you put the ring in the party sheet, or did you drop it on one of us?
Well, if you've taken the ring, you have it now. I need what I should have done actually before. Actually, no, because it doesn't work. I have to copy it every time. Inventory. He's on ring. What I need to do is edit it so that they. Okay, so yeah, sorry. Okay, grants minor deflection melee attacks, protects the wearer with a constant environmental protection, allowing them to exist in extreme environments, but does not reduce damage. And as an action.
Oh, so I won't freeze to death anymore. That alone was worth catching it.
Let's go for that. If you do that, and then we equip it now, and then I'm just going to then if we Rannick, do us a favor. Will you just attack Elsa, please?
Attack Jelsa. All right. Where's my combat tab? There we go.
Just want to make sure it comes up fighting -2, which it didn't. So it
didn't. No.
I don't know why, because I can see at fighting -2 is on the ring, and I've equipped it for Jelsa. So
no, you need it at melee -2.
At melee minus, of course.
Because I didn't make a fighting. If I do a fighting test against her with fighting -2, it'll probably have the -2 on it. Maybe not.
Let's try melee -2 then.
Oh, that was me doing a fighting roll. Okay, let's make a melee attack on her.
Hang on, I haven't updated it yet. I don't get how these things don't. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Try now. I might turn it into a I might try making it an effects set. That works.
There you go.
Hedron -2. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you for testing that.
All I care about is that I'm not going to freeze to death anymore. The rest of it's just like, okay, well, that's cool, but I'm not going to freeze anymore. And speaking of tendencies, it's 70 degrees here in Michigan this week.
Okay.
Wow, that's hot.
Yeah, my
That's
parents
really
are having fits. One's going, it's just wrong, and the other one's going, but we're supposed to be getting blizzards. Why aren't we? Because he loves blizzards.
So what was the name of that ferry we were at? Was it Harper's Ferry?
To change me back at
Want me to? Yes, certainly.
Hey, really? Why don't you just pick us all up and fly up top there?
Is that where you want to go?
Well, I'm guessing the boss is going to be up there, and it's the boss we want to kill. Why don't you just fly us all up there?
If you want, sure.
In
which case, I best turn back into something suitable, because the rock will have run out by that point.
Anyone else think that's a good idea?
Oh, I don't care. I'm toasty one now. I'm good.
I mean, they told us you can't teleport up there, but if Rini turns into a big bird, that's not teleporting, is it? That's flapping. Didn't say anything about flapping.
Anybody object?
But that's by the by.
I mean,
Are we flying?
That was the conversation we were having.
I can make you some milk first if you need some, Stunty.
Mhm.
I don't have a problem flying. No, it's just
I
What?
would be concerned about aerial defenses of some type up there.
No, there's virtually no anti-aircraft guns.
Virtually no alive.
Yeah, if you're willing to fly and risk it, fly and risk it. I don't care.
Well, we could find a way to walk all the way up the side of a mountain.
I'm betting there's some inside passages somewhere.
Probably are.
Actually, maybe I was getting my adventures mugged up and you don't need the ring. That's okay. I could be. I'm sure I remember reading somewhere and I was thinking, well, that's going to go badly. Okay.
It's probably a thing where it's like make a roll at minus lots or die, but if you're wearing a ring, you're fine.
yeah. So I'm going to have a whole rant about the ring and why I threw it away.
Okay, I've turned back into the rock. Everybody who wants to hop on, hop on.
I'll hop on because, hey, I haven't ever rode something this big before. Can I hang on to the feathers? I'll try not to, like, pull any loose or anything.
I'll nod at you, being as I can no longer speak.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's absolutely fine. I was just thinking about that. They go into this huge description of how you have to walk all the way up there and all this climbing, but I don't think it actually matters if you just fly up. So they did think about it. Okie dokie. So introduction. Mare Massey provides the background to the roof of the world, one of the tallest peaks reaching a staggering elevation of 31,565 feet. The peak shares its name with the entire massif. Okay, carving of Karzok's visions. This features 1,500 feet high and reaches the crown of the mountain. So it's basically from, yeah. So it's another 1,500 feet up from where you are at the moment.
Did you say carving of Karzog the Just?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
That still reminds me of one of my all-time favorite adventures I did for the lawful good paladin, the lawful good cleric and the paladin, where they basically came across a party, a group of individuals in black robes chanting and muttering, and obviously about to sacrifice a child on an altar in the middle of a stone circle. So they went wading in and saved the child, and with the dying words, the high priest. At which point they suddenly saw the lawful good holy symbol on the priest, said, "Why have you come to save the ultimate evil one?" And then obviously he died. Very funny. It was very funny. I did enjoy that one. Anyway, okay, with each of you all the Scots change face on to face the new Lord. Okay. Master of Lands. High on class and sheer height in the piercing lands. It's extremely, scaling the face is extremely dangerous. Okay. Posing numerous difficulties along the way, so why don't you just fly it? Okay, so you're just going to fly from here up. To be honest, there does appear to be another fight, but I'm not sure if you really need to worry about it. So that's fine.
Wow, that is really a big map.
Yeah. The only thing, yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Believe me. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, unless that other fight has an advance hidden underneath it, I don't see a reason why we need to go there. So
Well, apparently there are no more advances in the campaign.
that was kind of my point. Yes.
Really, it depends if you want to do that fight or not, really.
What?
We want to get up there and take care of Karzog because we got a wedding to plan.
Tell you what, Kev, we'll do the fight with the dragon if you give us an advance at the end of it.
That's okay. I'm just looking at all the magic items. Right. Okay. So you're flying up. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. Seriously, I don't think I can face that light. Okay. So.
Yeah, I remember you talking about all the magic items from that fight.
So once you get, and then when you get inside, then you get run. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. It really gets a bit confusing here where they have different chapters that all repeat the same descriptions, and I'm getting myself confused. Okay, so you're flying up. So, okay, I'm not going to worry about this map anymore. So as you start flying up the cliff as you get close to the top, I need... Here we go. I need everyone except Jelsa to make a vigor roll.
Joel's so special.
Arena has to make it at minus... Ooh, that gets interesting.
Why are rocks more susceptible?
No, well, it depends on your interpretation. I'm going to say no. Well, because when you shape change, all your items are still on you. You just can't get at them, aren't they? So you're okay.
Correct.
So everyone except Jelsa gets to make a vigor roll.
I've just got to think, if Irina falls unconscious, then rocks fall, everybody dies.
This is as you pass through what feels like an invisible force field, almost like gravity, that seems to be pushing against you.
Dondrad isn't happy with that.
Does phobia statues affect it?
No.
Your fasten seatbelt sides have illuminated. Please extinguish your cigarettes.
It doesn't.
Ensure your tray tables are in upright and locked position.
And the second question is it a fear effect?
No. -2 to avoid taking this by basis all forms of harm and environmental protection. Oh, also everyone gets to make a spirit check as well, apart from Jelsa.
Is that a fear effect?
No.
Actually, we probably would have drunk our elixir of the peaks before heading up this way.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
this
is the statue phobia affecting this?
No. Because obviously the vigor rolls and stuff is your innate stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
So does it act as if it's a power?
No. Oh. Why?
Because the dwarves have got iron constitution.
What's the actual definition of iron constitution?
Any power, any. I've got plenty of bennies. I could just spend the bennies, but.
The entire complex lies within a vast effect called an including field.
Yeah, when resisting or recovering from powers or abilities that stately work like a power.
This doesn't state it works like a power. That's why I was wondering about the description.
Right. I think what
I mean, obviously, it is a magical effect, but it does. It is like it's an ancient artifact level power. I think. Do you know what? That combination of pink on green is hurting my eyes.
I know. It's weird, isn't it?
Something about that. It's just like that's okay. So no one takes 46 points of damage. No one gets energy drained. As the flashes of an well, yeah. So basically, for For everyone except for Jelsa, flashes of an alien world rip through your mind, fortunately not leaving madness and fear in their wake. And because no one failed both, that no one was permanently blinded.
That's handy.
That said, as you get to the top of the cliff, none of you like it up here. Jelsa can't feel anything, but the rest of you are not at all happy.
Jelsa, all she notices is it looks cold, but she ain't feeling cold, and she's singing. And quite the happy little gnome here.
Indeed, Rooney. Okay. So, okay, so the whole thing just falls apart when you can. I mean, your 18th level characters and the whole adventure doesn't take into account you can fly. But that's fine. Okay, so I'll show you the map because it's really down to you where you want to land, is it? Because you can fly. I don't want lighting on because we don't need lighting. There we go. You are obviously flying it up. Obviously that's the stairs it's expecting you to clamber up.
I can't see anything.
Obviously, that's a completely black screen, and all I saw was an arrow.
Give it a second.
Aha!
There we go. Right, could you replace the arrow again?
You came
What do you
up
mean
those
at the
steps
bottom?
there. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Well, shall I be kind and land on this beach-looking thing near them?
How about land up there?
Yeah, land
In
up
the
in that
amphitheater.
stadium-looking thing. Yeah, in the amphitheater thing.
All right.
Because otherwise we got to climb this stuff, and I'm not seeing any easy way to climb that rather sheer cliff and pit in front of our face.
Well, we're probably meant to go up that switchback there.
Yeah, I'll be honest, there is absolutely actually, oh my god, that's really helpful. So that tower thing there, yeah, that is just a tower. Triangle of, I'll give you the descriptions just for the sake of it because I can't see the point. Okay, there's triangular tower fortress comprised three slender towers rising 800 feet, each connected by thick walls to create a deep pit of a courtyard in the center. A single stair spirals within the south tower, connecting all the levels, upon which consists of a hall upon hall of cell blocks built within the thick fortress walls. On this desolate precipice, enemies too valuable to kill whiled away years in squalor. Today the cells stand empty, but for the souls of the restless dead left to rot within. But the halls themselves are still patrolled by powerful golems. That's the entire description for that area.
That's rather pathetic.
Say that again. The halls themselves are still patrolled. What?
By
By
powerful
powerful
golems.
golems.
And that's it. No stats, nothing else, no map.
Okay.
It's just basically go there and fight powerful golems. Okay, where you are now, the teeth. These structures of cut alabaster rise on squat bases to pyramidal peaks 400 feet high. Their interiors are largely hollow, composed of a few cavernous chambers. Blue dragons outfitted with necklaces of adaptation once dwelt in these towers, serving as guardians, but long gone, so you wouldn't even need to know about it. Okay, so then obviously over here, you've got these other towers here. So it's like, how do you actually get from there to there? That's what I want to know. These three spires have intricate facades with hundreds of arches and balconies. Each stands 1,300 feet high. Wow. And are surrounded by, and the three surround a walled compound. Okay. Three towers in the compound. The descent. The dangerous dead oracle has high clip. Okay. It doesn't actually tell. I can see the switchback, but I can't see how you get from where you are onto the switchback. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not worrying about it because it looks at it. There is no reason for you not to fly straight there because it is. So the winding path climbs from the Harridan's compound to the Runelords citadel. It rises 1,000 feet over meandering course, providing the only direct land access to the city below that doesn't involve mountain climbing. So I imagine you actually have to sort of that seems to imply you have to sort of come around to here, climb up here, then get to there and get up the path. So to my mind, why no one would just fly up there is beyond me. So you're flying up there.
Or go over. Yeah, there's plenty of golems over in that little triangle compound, but surely that wall connects to the other tower. So yeah.
I know. It's the whole thing's really strange. Okie dokie. So we'll have you landing over here, like you said. Oh, there were whole sets. So there were whole sets of. Oh, look, there's sound effects for the occluding field. Let's have a listen. There you go. Ah, that's it. Okay, now this gets interesting. I tell you, it gets really interesting. Okay, so this doesn't actually. This happens wherever apparently. So I'm going to say as you land in this area over here. I keep deleting it by mistake, and then change back because it's easier that way. As it was a long flight up, it would probably make sense that by that, yeah, I know you can last for hours, but you know what I mean. Okay.
No, I can't last for hours. I can last for a while. I probably had to maintain it. Roughly how long do you think that took?
Probably not that long, but we'll just... It makes my life... I'll be honest, it makes my life easier from a possibly you all need to... You may well want to be able to communicate with each other.
Was that an African or a European rock?
I don't know.
Right, so I'm going to put you all up there and then zoom in a bit. So you're
I think
all
our
up.
icons might be a little bit big.
Oh, have I turned the grid? Have I turned the grid off? Huh. Why did that not size you to the grid? Oh yeah, no, look. I think the grid scales out on this one, so that's fine. It's not indicative of combat unless some next thing happens. So I need to change the sound effect. As you land, almost sort of you're not entirely sure how you didn't see them before.
Parcel man?
Yeah, but I've lost my description of them. Okay, a group. How many are there? Four mastodon-sized spiders. Have notice checks appear to be
Mastodon size, because I know exactly what size a mastodon is. Was that notice check?
Notice check.
What?
It was.
They're big buggers.
Joseph's
Okay.
looking about her all kinds of curious because, wow, this place is kind of cool and different. Never seen anything
Wow,
quite
look
like
at
it
this.
before.
First thing you
Look
do
at this
notice.
spider,
Okay,
it's exactly mastodon sized.
yeah. Basically speaking, so yeah. What? How big are they? They are. Oh, I've got a pic. I think I've got. Yeah, I've got a picture of one. Yeah, they are. Traits. Size 5. They have leg span of 30 feet and weigh nearly 3 tons apparently. What you notice about them is there seems to be 4 of them. They all appear to have an odd number of legs. 7, 9, or 11 in fact. None of them have 8 legs.
Huh.
They appear to be approaching you warily. What do you do?
Where are they at? Because we don't see them on the map.
Well, I'm not going to put them on this map because the second I put them on the map, the combat tracker marks them
So
red and everyone
what
attacks
did it
them.
look like?
Spiders with odd legs.
Spiders with weird legs.
Right.
Either
there
too
you
many or too few legs. Yeah. Bert's gonna kind of wave at him. Hi guys.
I'm going to detect evil on them.
And I'm going to roll a cult about the whole leggy weirdness.
Yeah, they're evil.
They're evil people. They're up to no good shenanigans. In fact, they might throw webs when they get close.
They
They
kind of
approach no close. They approach no closer than 36 feet to you.
Maybe they think we're gods.
It's probably because we are.
Sparkle Tits, if any of them asks you if you're a god, you say yes. Okay.
No, I'm a gnome. If
No,
they
if-
can't tell that, they need to be corrected.
Which is even more powerful than a god. You have
Exactly
to
so.
follow that.
Right. Rannick will hold up his hand and just do a kind of wiggly finger wave and go, hey up.
So they, obviously, they should be a bit further back. Remember someone asked when they showing up last time?
Oh, yeah, it's them, is it? Right.
Hover over them.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, shocking. Okay. Corner.
I wonder if they'll let me ride them.
Speak with you.
What?
Speak with you.
Well, make it quick because I think Stunty wants to smack you in the face with big bit of metal.
It is those from Leng who play at aping your vexing symmetrical appearances. Return to this world to honour an ancient alliance with the I can't even say recrudescent lord. recrudescent lord. Yeah, recrudescent lord.
Recrudescent.
Oh.
I'm not going to carry on the voice because it hurts my throat. But the spiders then go on to half request, half demand that you act as their executioners. Enter the pinnacle behind them and destroy the denizens of Leng that you find within. And if you can, you must also destroy what they call the Leng device. They know little about it aside from the fact that the denizens were called upon by Karzog to aid in its creation over 10,000 years ago, and its destruction will distress their enemies in such a way that the spiders anticipate to be quite pleasing.
Hang on. So what you're saying is you want us to go in there and kill bad guys?
Yes.
Right. Weren't we going to do that anyway?
Well, no, maybe not. Maybe we're not going to do that.
No, I thought we were.
Aye, but it doesn't mean to say I'm not going to. I'm not going to dispatch a smaller evil to let a greater one into the world. If you're so
Right.
powerful, why can't
they
the
work
spiders
for
go and kill
Karzog.
them?
I can see which way this is going. I better find a map. What was the question?
I think it's reverse psychology. I think they're asking us to do it so that we won't do it. So therefore we should.
I think they're asking us to do it because they want to be free from Cargo's power, so they can eat everybody and lay
They also
eggs.
technically asked if we'd be their executioners. I'm happy to accept them. Are you?
Or maybe they want to be off the plane. Maybe they're trapped here.
Possible.
Things are possible.
But tell you that they're not. They're not friendly.
It is possibly the
They're
enemy.
not exactly violent. They haven't attacked us yet.
Yet.
Yes, but
Yeah.
they're thinking evil thoughts. I can tell.
It could well be. It could well be the old enemy of my enemy. Is you know what I mean?
Yes, but
Alright,
I'm
well-
thinking. I think it is the enemy of my enemy, but that doesn't mean to say I'm going to let spiders, dominate material plane, am I? Because that would be rude.
Mhm. So where's the thing they've asked us to eliminate?
In the pinnacle in the pinnacle. They want you to enter the pinnacle and destroy what they're calling the Leng device.
Is that the sort of metal nipple thing?
And what does the Ling device look like?
They do not know, for they were not part of the creation 10,000 years ago. They suspect you'll know it when you see it. At least I see. I can't recall myself. So.
Yeah, sure. We can go in there and beat up some bad guys.
I don't see.
With that, they nod.
I mean, presumably you want us to free you to go back to your own, to leave the material plane. You can go home.
The destruction of the device will allow them to eventually return, but they nod when you say that and disappear. Technically, they can't meet you up here, but seeing as you flew up, you don't get to meet them otherwise. So I thought, why not? It's some very interesting sound effects to not use. So there we go.
They went.
They sort of walk off. They walk off and sort of fade out of existence as they go. Just because why not? Okay.
Yeah, so they're not native, are they?
Okay,
No,
so
they're very much not native.
As in not native to our reality.
No, they're not.
this massive ice-shrouded tower of white granite, certainly doesn't look white granite, serves as the seat. Okay, the 2,200-foot tall tower tops out respectfully just below the carved face of the mountain peak. Yet apparently the pinnacle is mostly hollow. The inside of the immense structure soars like a cavernous silo, supported by an intricate internal architectural wonder of dozens of stone flying buttresses and arches. Hundreds of 50-foot tall arches around the pinnacle's base allow access to the ground floor, which is a huge circular room. It appears to you need to know that because it doesn't matter. A spiraling ramp wraps around the outer circumference of the tower of the lower the outer circumference of the tower of the lower 16 pillars up to a central column, continue its length and giving the central column a look akin to an immense screw. Okay, this ramp leads up. And the entire edifice looks impossible. We go.
Okay, let's ramp things up a little bit. Let's go.
Oh,
Okay. This is where it gets it. It's quickly go. Okay, this is going to be one of those ones, isn't it? I'm going to need to leave that. I'm going to need to leave this note out from time to time. Okay, I seem to recall that. Okay. So let's get you inside. Oh, jeepers creepers. That's okay. I was worried. That's a big map. Okay, where's the GM's map? Because I need to work out where you get in. The entrance ramp is... Okay, the entrance... Oh, it's this map. Yes, I remember. So... Hang on. I don't get how that works. That must be going... That must arrow... Oh, that arrow's going down. That makes perfect sense. Otherwise, it really didn't make any sense on how this map worked. Okay. I'm talking to myself too much. So... let's not worry about that. That's fine. Do that. And we just need to do that. Then the last thing I need to do is add you all to the map. And then we can, I think we might have to zoom the map in a bit. Then if I sync client view and then share it, I'm not sure if I have to do it the other way around. There you go. You climbing up the ramp. The seemingly infinite ramp. The seemingly infinite stone ramp finally comes to an end here. Well, an end here? Okay, so you meant to actually... There, that's when you get to the other side of it. So let me just be... Let's just be nice and turn that off. And I shall temporarily. Now I'll turn it back on. Then I'll pick selection mode. And you go la di da 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 until you get to there. Oh, isn't that nice of me? So the seemingly infinite stone ramp finally comes to an end here. A massive pair of golden double doors stands to the north, while a smaller golden door to the west allows an alternate route onwards. Intricate carvings on the walls evoke images of Xin-Shalast in its heyday, accented with vibrant paint and inlaid gems here and there. The highly polished floor consists of a checkerboard pattern of gold and black tiles, while the entire place is brilliantly lit by what appears to be dozens of bejeweled, ever-burning torches in equally decadent scones, which is why I'm not worrying about lighting, because the whole bloody place is illuminated.
Scones.
I think he meant sconces.
Sconces, yeah. Sconces. Did I say scones? I told you I'm tired.
Yeah.
Scones. I'm thinking, have you got
his being in decadent scones?
Have you got jam?
Yeah, the cream tea.
Breakfast.
Who's going to pay for them? I'm going to pay for them. No, you put your money away, Betty. You paid for them last year.
Okay, now I'm just going to... Okay, so that's the description, and because this is all the type of thing that really winds me up sometimes. I need to put you back there. Because they give you this lovely description for when you're at the top of the entrance ramp, and then you keep reading much further down, and it turns out that before you get to the top of the entrance ramp, there's a slight issue.
Yes, the warnings always come at the end.
Yeah, like the fact that they're bloody giants all the way around the bloody approach to that description.
Is that a giant? Or is it... Look, I know
it is. It's that is the official token. Well, that's the official artwork for a Warden of the Wind, apparently. The cloud giants, basically. So, different. They have different. I think the cloud giant was. Where's the bestiary? Well, I've got bestiary. I think cloud giant. They in this modern day equal opportunities. When they give you the only problem with the only thing that goes is that basically if they only give you the female, but yeah, the only image the Pathfinder has of a female of a cloud giant is female. Therefore, all cloud giants are now female in Pathfinder. Yes, I did award everyone the bennies. I just didn't tell them about it. Look, you can see them there. Look, you can see the bennies. Okay, so there's a cloud giant. Okay, it prominently bears the mark of a Cyhedron as a brown brand upon its brows. As it sees you walking up towards it, obviously having a height advantage, you can obviously has a higher angle down. It basically alerts its
Bugger.
Gets the Joker. It doesn't, but the captain does.
Rude.
Although I suspect what will really happen there. What's he gonna do? Oh yeah, cool.
Up here at this altitude, most things are cool.
No. Okay.
And no, all cloud giants appearing female is kind of like all dwarfs appearing male. Just because they've got beards doesn't mean that they're female.
I just still love Terry Pratchett's version of that. It's an awful an awful lot of the early parts of dwarven courtship is actually trying to determine if the dwarf you're courting is of an opposite different sex to yourself. But
The rest of us wonder about how among the dwarves does it really matter.
Anyway, so I am going to drop basically, I'm just going to. Well, actually, he's not going to do that because I won't worry too much about that.
It's more romantic than that. Normally, we quote poetry while they throw things at us. Mostly duck.
I am just going to throw a rock at all of you, and it will just land in the middle. Oh, wait, I'm going to land.
Great, I'm in it.
Yeah, in the middle.
So she's part dwarf, huh?
So I'm just going to sort of throw a huge rock so it lands. The reason I'm throwing it in the middle of the party, as you can see, is because then everyone gets a chance to. I'm going to give everyone a chance to evade it.
Cool.
Yes.
He's throwing agility check at -2.
Agility at -2.
Unless you're me.
I'll Benny that one time.
The captain's throwing basically the captain's throwing a rather larger rock, which is more than just a rock. It's like a full boulder, so it's created the effect of a small burst template when it lands. But that means that currently Arena is going to get hit, and Schnookums is going to get hit. Schnookums wants the Benny.
No, I think Schnookums is okay this time around. I know we don't have a whole lot of bennies for him, so.
Okay, well, he's still got the full 3 at the moment.
Mine's now 4 because for some reason Benny's been gone. But yeah.
Savenka. I'll do Savenka. Agility. She's fine. So it's just Snooks who's getting hit as everyone else clears the blast area.
Oh,
yeah, that hurt.
Now we'll spend that benny to soak.
I think that was a sensible move, yes. You want to spend another one?
Can I spend a penny to influence the story, please?
Yeah, can't negate damage.
I'm not going to negate the damage, but with my improved evasion,
Yes.
I saw that Snooks was going to get hit, and instead of diving out of the way, I dove into the way and pushed Snooks out the way and took the hit instead.
How amazingly heroic of you. So Snooks is saved. Rannick takes 22 points of damage and gains a point of conviction.
Oh.
And as I spent the penny to take the damage, I'm not going to soak that because that would not make sense.
So basically, yeah, Rannick pushes Snooks out the way, and as the rock lands upon him, unfortunately, you notice all of the other that was an extra big rock that he was carrying, but they all have a horrible. You notice that all of the wind giants have this have a bag upon their person that you can hear what sounds like boulders crunching together inside it. So you get a horrible feeling they have quite a few more rocks. They won't all be as big as that one though. Rannick, you're up.
You bunch of absolute bastards, Rannick says as he staggers to his feet and sprints towards him. We'll get to there. And I will throw out an entangle on those two. And then I'll see there's two more further down and go, bugger! But those two should be bound. And then I will reach into my quiver. And try out this new spear that I've got. Where are you? There we go. And they are humanoids.
Actually, no, they're giants.
Giants are humanoids.
It's about the shape, not the size.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Which means that I get my bonus damage, which is just as well because it wouldn't have been shaken otherwise. So I'll take that.
They're evil humanoids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they could be good humanoids.
Indeed. Dondrad, you are up next.
Right, okay, I'm going to multi-action using 2 favoured powers. So what we're going to do is we're going to target Rannick, and we're going to cast healing on him. Grumble, 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 grumble.
That was nearly a quick fail, wasn't it?
Right, so he heals a wound.
Okie dokie. Rannick heals a wound.
And then for the second action, let's be obscene. We're going to cast Rate of Smite on everybody.
Playing with the camera there, it's quite sad, really. Okay. Bloody heck, really?
Yes, we're going to, and I'm not sure if they've got armor on them.
He's just in range of it, you lucky doing so.
Well, do they look like they're wearing armor?
Well, the Cloud Giants, that's a very good question.
Yeah, they've got chain shirts on.
Right, what we're going to do is we're going to cast.
No. Gargantuan Morning Stars, full sets of plate.
That'll be a yes on the armor then, Stunty.
Oh, actually, that might cause them. That might actually cause. That might cause issues later on. They don't have magical plate mail, though, do they?
Don't know that. Unless you want to spend an action doing detect magic.
No, we'll find out. We'll find out later on. So what we're going to do armor piercing 6 on it then, just because we might as well, because that takes care of it. Yeah, greater smite, armor piercing 6. I think that will be it, because it'll be quite expensive. So okay, what else? A success.
That's a +4 smite on everyone.
So that's a +4 smite on everybody.
Didn't get the raise to get the +6.
But hey, we've all got AP plus AP6, which is going to help, hopefully.
Yeah, AP6 as well. So nafs armor. And I think then what I'll do is I'll then move to.
I thought I'd put it in as an effect. I think I have for the fantasy companion. Or if I haven't yet, I will do. Actually, I'll tell you what, the fantasy companion, they redid all the spells from the original rulebook. So I took the advantage and had put in all the modifiers, all the effects, just like they are in Pathfinder in the fantasy companion. So at least that way you actually get, don't end your turn. I haven't applied the effects yet. I'm going to do it manually. Was it AP +6, did you say?
Yeah.
Yes, AP +6 to everybody. It make it worse.
$5. Yeah, I have to manually updo everyone because I moved it. 5, then 5, and that 5. Amber's claws are really sharp.
Good.
5. 5. 5. 5. The only problem is the AP, those APs aren't going to go down in the correct time, but that's absolutely fine. I am going to, well, what am I going to do? Well, I think I'm going to multi-action. My first action, I'm going to throw a rock at Rannick.
1, 2,
and miss.
5, 6, 7.
Okay. For my second action, let's change that because I can. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so FF, because that must be the opacity. Let's go for 10, 10, 10. That didn't work. Oh, let's just do it this way then. It goes up to 250. Oh, that's 250. 50. It's a bit too white. Try. There we go. Okay, so that's fine. And then what I need to do, yeah. Basically, Warden, the warden disappears behind a veil of mist. This one's got a multi-action. Gondrad. Missing. Not critically failing. Oh, I did the wrong size on the other one. The whole corridor just starts filling up with cloud-like mists. Okay, and next one is going to move to here. Sweep. Missing both of you. And Arena, you're up.
I want to turn into is it hill giants that are allergic? No, allergic, immune. Bit of a difference. To earth-based attacks, including thrown rock stuff. Is that
Earth elementals, weren't they, or something?
Earth elementals, yeah.
are none of the giants immune to? Should I say alert? But okay, I'll be an earth elemental. They're pretty damn big. So let's see. How big's the biggest earth elemental?
That'd be an elder.
I don't know if I've got enough PowerPoints to throw all my bunnies at it.
Don't get me wrong, because actually having to key them all in would have been bad enough for the many we had, but I do wish the bestiary was a bigger book. When you look at the Pathfinder, original D20 Pathfinder bestiary and compare it to the Savage World. Size 8, huge.
Cool, let's do it.
Immune to earth-based attacks, including thrown stones or powers with earth, mud, stone, or sand trap.
Excellent. I shall turn into one of those and go running at the ones behind one of the wind. Oops, sorry, I lost you then. What's my pace now?
I haven't got that far yet.
What's my pace right at the moment?
So, 5. That's 10 minutes, isn't it? That's lasting for.
Don't. I'll have a look. I think it's Bert's longer than that.
Now, Bert's lasts for an hour. Yours is 10 minutes if you
Oh,
do
right.
it extended.
Yeah. Okay, that's yeah. Okay.
Righty ho. Amber.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, so that would be 30 rounds.
Amber. If you're going to start doing that, you might turn around and go back the other way.
Well, he doesn't want it. Who wants Savenka then? She should be on the party sheet, shouldn't she?
No, hang on. So hang on. Is it Savenka? I'm falling asleep. So
Me too.
Savenka. Savenka is. Well, the thing is, it are giants humanoids.
Yes, they are.
They are, yes.
Right. Okay. Cooey! Hi there, darling. So, I shall target the Warden of the Wind 3, who now has to make a vigor roll, or will go blind.
Yes. Okay. How?
Ooh, makes it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you have to end the turn because I can't do it. Cause...
That's absolutely fine. Jelsa, I can see Jelsa's got an area
Yeah,
of effect.
Jelsa's gonna sneak up here next to Rannick and go, you take care of that one. I gotta get rid of that mist. And she's going to yeah, that'll work. She's gonna throw an extra strong havoc. Extra strong, I'm also spending the extra points for, and that means they automatically have to be a -2 strength. Extra 2 points for extra 2 for fatigue, and extra 1 for hinder hurry. So that's going to for a hinder. So that's going to be a total of 6 power points.
Not very interesting.
And I'm just trying to blow the wind out of the way, really.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Well, I'm going to Benny it and see if I can get a raise. Because,
I've
well,
just found.
I've got lots of bennies.
Did you know Savinka could technically multi-action and blind somebody and then stun somebody else and they wouldn't even have to roll the dice to do it?
Okay,
No,
so
I
I
didn't know
spent.
that. A minus sun,
There you
yeah.
go.
I've hit them all, so they're all distracted. I can do that part, right?
Yes, you can.
And then I did the extra strong, so they automatically have a -2 on their strength rolls. And they also have, I put the +2 on for fatigue and the +1 for hinder. So I don't know how those apply. You'll have to do that. I spent a lot of PowerPoints on that.
It's instant, isn't it? Instant power. So the pace -2 only lasts one round.
And then I'm gonna duck back here behind Rannick. You get him, Rannick.
Roll your 2d6.
We're certainly intending to.
6, and it was there, so it's going to go 6 inches. Okay, and then the last one over here.
Oh, look at the pretty glitter.
Yep, that's gone in. Strength roll. Right. No. One of them was missing a pace at -2. Okay. Yeah, all done. And you can end your you back off a bit. Okay. But you're up.
Behind Rannick.
Okay, Bert's going to cast two favored powers. So, although it's multi-action, I will ignore the penalty. We will start by moving up to here. The first one will be Protection, Bark Skin.
Nice. My combat tracker is going to die from the amount of effects I'm going on in this fight. No problem.
So, Armor 2 and Hurry
This spell effects any better.
and Shroud.
Wow.
Okay, clear targets. And then my second one will be to Entangle. Do I want to go ahead and do... Let's go ahead and get both of these guys.
That one's already bound.
Yeah, both of those are already bound. I've already done it.
They are already bound? Okay. Oops, dang it, wrong button. Yeah, I was outside chasing dogs, so... Okay, in that case, I will just target the one that's way back there by itself. "12 inches. I think I need to double my range. Yeah.
Yeah, range of 8. Yeah, you'll need double range to reach it from where you are. It's an 8. That's an entangle.
Tangled. It's the higher damage.
Okay. Deadly.
It says 2d4. It's supposed to be 2d6. So. Okay, and that'll be it. And Snooks is going to come over here. Knows she really can't do much against the Warden of Wind. So instead is going to come over here and...
Snooks has got very sharp claws.
all right, Snooks will give it a try.
Yeah, don't give me. I mean, by all means, don't not. But just bear in mind, she's got very sharp claws at the moment. +4 damage.
You know what?
AP6.
Since you're entangled, let's go ahead and make this a wild attack.
Pouncing then?
Yeah, and the Iron Lord has rendered their armor useless.
That's 2 hits with raises. That's a wound.
Wow, Snooks is almost... He stops and looks at his paws. Wow!
2 wounds.
I'm 19.
Okay, that's yeah. Snooks takes out a client giant.
Yeah, Snooks stops and looks at his claws like, what the hell?
You know when you see cats just running up and down the furniture? That was Snooks.
Yes, I think giving a cat magical Wolverine claws is a
good idea. Yeah.
Okay, Jels is up.
That lower is vigor 1 die type.
Oh yeah.
That's a 1, so I can't apply it.
Right. Oh no, that's okay. Spirit to remove, isn't it?
Yep. But Rannick and Dondre get a shot at it first, so.
Okay, my turn. The sword's not working. Bugger. I think I'll go to.
Actually, I'm going to go next.
What, are you going to spend a penny to interrupt?
No. I've got to fire. I spent pennies to get better initiative, so I beat you on initiative.
Oh,
I
that's
don't have
what
to interrupt.
that's what I meant. You spent a penny fair enough. Be like that then.
Okay, so is bound. Is distraction. The odds of doing it is probably quite. Oh no, I just clicked. Okay, the odds of doing this is probably quite low, but obviously let's try it. So we're going to try breaking free on a multi-action. So that takes it from it bound down to entangled. Means they can not move, but they can act, can't they?
Yeah. But I was just cursing whether to use my 2-handed sword, but I'm saying it didn't work, so that's good.
I'm going to throw a rocket gel, but it misses.
Right.
Okay. Now it's down to the dwarf. There we go.
Right. Dwarf will scurry to there. And he has no 2-handed sword, so it won't work. It's going to have to be the Runeshell hatchet, isn't it?
That's a hit.
That's a hit. A wound.
That's a wound. Okay, you wound him. Rannick, you're up.
Okay. Let's go for him twice then. I'll run round the back.
Miss hit with Rose.
You know what? I'll take the reroll on that.
When they are a favoured enemy.
Exactly. Let's take the reroll. Hit and hit with the raise. That'll do.
You don't get sneak attack. He's not vulnerable.
No, but I do get a favoured enemy.
Oh, favoured enemy or sneak attack. Sorry, I apologise. I didn't notice it said.
Yeah.
I didn't notice the or.
Yeah, because either one of them gives me an extra d6 damage.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. It was because I didn't notice the word or.
Yeah.
Splat. Okay, this one is entangled because Bert entangled them. Multi-action.
You get that one. See, I'll take that left.
Breaks free of the entanglement.
Charging Earth Elemental is going to look a little bit stupid in a minute. As a cat and a dwarf appear to have taken out the enemy.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, I softened them up for him, Rena. It's not your fault.
Okay, Rannick's hit. Dondrad isn't. My word, Dondrad doesn't get hit on an 11. That's why.
Yeah, because I used that because I'm using the rune chill hatchet. It means I've got the shield equipped. My 200 sword isn't switched off.
He's not going to live much longer, so this is my one chance to actually bounce something off Rannick, and I'm going to fail. There we go.
Whereas Rannick is hit and just doesn't notice.
Exactly. Oh, what is this? What is this about rolling ones on? Well, I'm out of bennies. And it's the Earth Elemental's turn.
Is there anything left? Oh yeah, cool. Well, I better run, or I'm never going to get there before it's dead. Nice.
Oh, look, you can make the elemental punch. Bump. Bump.
Oh, excellent.
Rock'em sock'em elemental.
Bump. He missed. That's why he went backwards. Look, that's why he went the wrong way, because he missed.
Okay.
Okay. Amber's up.
Yeah, Amber's probably not going to do much more than just kind of keep up, but stay safe distance.
I've got to say, it's a what if? Nah, I didn't think so, but that was just a bit of fun of what if.
Yeah. She's done amazing things before when all smited up and stuff.
I mean, I knew she'd hit because she's so small and the giant's so big. It's just whether the damage exploded or not. Svenga. Wolf, sir.
The Venka, we'll run. I mean, seriously, how bad? I'm trying to play this down. Be honest. Run there.
See, what I'm realising is because you've taken one look at the monster and realised how OT it is, it just makes me realise how lucky you lot are that I'm running this game, because I'm obviously naff at being evil with the bad guys.
Right, for example, she'll run there. The one standing Warden of the Wind has to make a vigor roll or go blind. Right, that's a limited free action. And then it faints because she's flashing her bits at it, so it doesn't go blind, but then it's stunned because it's an innate minor power. So she gets a regular figure, so she's basically stunned. Simple as that. And that's not and that's just one action to do that, and I didn't even have to roll any dice. So yeah, that's the end of the turn.
Yeah, I have to admit, I hadn't noticed she had them. I didn't. To be honest, you didn't even need to run because she's got multi-action. Though you'd have to multi-action to mine a teleport. But actually, you could have teleported the full 12 inches to there without having to run. So you could have moved to there without running, and then done the other stuff with dice rolls.
No, well, I could run right, because it's going to give me no penalty because I don't roll dice.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to say is
teleport.
The teleport is an action, but it's an innate action. Therefore, there's no dice rolls, and it's a guaranteed move of 12 inches. Whereas
Yeah.
the ram wasn't.
Aye, so she can teleport, make a character blind, and stun somebody in all in one round without rolling any dice.
Yeah, it's time for her to leave. It's time for her to leave, I think. I'm just going to have to kill her. But you're up. Yeah, walking the dog again.
Better hurry up, Bert. They're having all the fun.
I think it's just Snooks is having the fun given the way he took out the stone giant. Cloud giant, I should say. He lost Bert's voice. Okay, he's targeting the Warden of the Wind.
Oh, can you not hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. So since the unnumbered one appears to be all tied up, I'm going to shoot the numbered one.
She is actually harder to hit now. Inadvertently, not it's going to make a difference, but after all.
That one's prone, isn't she? Actually, because she's stunned.
Yeah. She swoons. I wink at her suggestively, and she swoons and collapses.
The other one's dead.
And Snooks will come running up and attack the one that's laying down. You know how cats are. He's going to sit on her chest and just inhale, steal her breath away.
Yeah. Are you awake yet? Are you awake yet?
Go for it.
My food's not fresh.
Putty kettle.
That is a crit fail.
Well,
So Snooks leaps onto the giant and then curls up and goes to sleep.
Snook leaps onto the giant and basically fails to get purchase on the magical breastplate and slides off it and has to land on the floor and is distracted. She's distracted while she feels the instant need to wash herself very thoroughly to imply that she meant to do it all along. Rannick, you're up.
Snooks? Really? Seriously? Oh, I don't know. And I'll stab it twice.
Snooks looks up. What? It's not important.
It's stunned, which means it's vulnerable.
It's also humanoid, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's humanoid, which means I get two extra d6 damage.
Oh, favoured enemy and sneak attack. I don't think 6 wounds is enough to kill it, personally.
You don't? Damn. Well, somebody else. Bert will have to have a go then.
There we go. Let's splat it. Okay. I wish there was a nice button just to turn off. Well, actually, I'm glad there isn't a nice button to turn off effects. Because obviously, it turned off all of them, and I don't want them all turned off. Congratulations. Well, it should be dead. Why is it not gone? There we go.
Okay, so now we get the description about how it comes to an end and blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, actually gear, because obviously the giants have gear on the party sheet.
Well, that weren't too bad, were it?
I turn back into myself and say, I don't know why I bother turning into big and aggressive things. I'm not needed.
Okay, so actually that's an interesting thing. It looks like I have.
It's all right. I'll do big and aggressive. You do small and magical. But not tiny and magical. That'd be Sparkle Tits. And Stunty can do stunty and magical. And Bert can do bulky and magical. I'll just do aggressive.
And Savenka goes, "Oh, you're so manly," and now you gain +1 to spirit rolls. It's true.
All sets of plate.
She gives you a lock of her hair.
If Johnson sees that, she's going to smack that away and go, no, he's already taken.
There you go.
I mean, 5 magical rings.
Sorry, it should be 4.
4 magical rings.
Indeed. They all have a 7-pointed star upon them.
Well, I've seen things like that before. I know
You guys got
exactly
a
what.
ring. Oh wait, I don't want to say that because Dondrad's not supposed to know I have this ring.
There's also 4 gargantuan morning stars and 4 gargantuan plates, full sets of plate.
Is that exactly the same ring that Chelsea's got?
I think
we
it is.
can't
Yeah.
we can't take the plate with us.
No, I think that arm's a bit big for you, Stunty.
Not unless it magically resizes, but
I don't think it doesn't. It doesn't. There's nothing in the Pathfinder, Savage Pathfinder rules that says it does.
we'll never get it into the bag. You know what I mean?
It's a magical
fit in it.
bag. Of course it will.
It
Well,
still
this
has
is-
to fit through the opening.
Yeah, this is going to be like stuffing a duvet and a pillowcase. It's not. Should be old hold a corner each. You know?
I don't know if that'll work. I mean, is it like a fitted sheet? I mean, you've got to be a witch to make them work.
Yeah, that's true.
Excuse me?
Tavis is the absolute firm, unshakable belief that only witches can fold fitted sheets so that they're neat.
Yeah, witches weren't raised by my grandmother. She was a redhead, but
Funny
not
enough,
a witch.
the game's about to end. We're at the end of the
Maybe
day.
only redheads can do it.
Not only could we fold fitted sheets, we could hang them on a clothesline tucked inside out so that when they dried, they were all nice and neat and wrinkle free.
Deckard says
Because
the bed is must
woman who-
flow.
If she went after you made the bed and found wrinkles in the top, she would rip it all apart and going, if you have wrinkles in the bottom, you're gonna have wrinkles in the top. Gotta make this bed over again.
Wow. I'm
Oh,
lucky if my covers end up on the bed at all.
Well, my grandmother was born in like 1906, so she had some real old-fashioned notions.
Wait a second. Back up. You're supposed to make your bed?
If you were in
That's
my
my boy.
grandmother's house, you
I like
had
it.
to. That's why every time I hear those things of when people tell somebody who screwed up really bad, well, you made your bed, you're just going to have to lie in it. It's like, yeah, don't let grandma hear that.
Okay, so we've got 2 really big doors and one little door. What should we go for?
Ooh, let's go with bigger is better.
Why don't we go through the little door?
I'm not sure I'd fit through it right now.
We could try opening both at the same time.
Well, wait a minute. We can go. Well, before everybody turns into arena, why don't we just go through the big door? Yeah, arenas.
Oh,
Go.
you said little door, didn't it?
Yeah, but I never realised that some of us are going to be stay massive in it. You never know.
Oh, there's nothing in here anyway.
There is.
Oh, hang on.
It's a bit.
No.
It's all echoey. It's all echoey. I know that.
Mm.
Maybe there is something in here. It's just loading.
This I remember this. I remember when I got to this bit of the dungeon. It's like, what the? Okay, so here we go. In several places. Okay, that's fine. Locations marked the map by Sihedrons. Yeah, okay. You've entered a Sihedron location. When you enter into the view of these locations, okay, treat this as if. So. There is something in here. Visible. Karzog's in here.
Oh,
Oh, he's in reach. I'll stab him.
Okay. You automatically feel a strong sense of antipathy towards the Karzog standing and yeah.
Well, I already did, and I've got the.
Oh yeah,
fear
give me.
of-
Don't roll anything unless you want. I've got to. There's stuff I've got to do first. But you missed, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, all success. First is also the first success. The chance to finish. Because the first time he manifests, he's understanding like being thrown. Okay. Yeah.
And so the fools have found me. I must applaud your tenacity.
You say the first time
You
he
are
manifests?
much more
Yeah,
resistant
no, exactly.
than the worms I thought you to be. You are more like hungry gnats in your endless squirming and writhing to get to the death that awaits you at the core of your fate. I am that fate. I am your death.
Hey, sounds like Rannick's over there making friends.
Are you?
Done.
And I think
Bugger
that's a good place to leave it today.
Hang on,
I've got
loads and loads of bennies. I just want to re-roll a hit on him.
Okay.
In fact, is he a humanoid? I get a free re-roll.
Oh, I managed to spend all my bennies, and I could still do with a couple.
Well, let's keep spending bennies then. Come on.
Well, have you got common bond?
No.
No, but I'm
Not
going to
you,
give him to you
Bert.
anyhow.
Right, so I'm definitely maintaining my smite power.
Oh.
Still got
Well,
a couple of rounds to run anyway. So
He's hard to hit this bugger, isn't he?
Yeah, if you look at his, if you mouse over his little icons, he's going to be real tough to hit.
Gotcha.
Well, you've hit him. You remind me next time you've hit him because we'll start with you stabbing him.
Okay.
We shall leave it there because that's a good place to leave it with Arzog introducing himself again to you all. So,
Just
Yeah.
looking down the combat tracker,
it's ridiculous, isn't it? So we shall
Yeah.
leave it there this time. Hopefully next time, see what happens when Rannick stabs him.